I think painting is one of the best jobs. It's a big privilege to be a painter, to listen to music, radio, and to paint. But of course you have to be disciplined. I'm disciplined. The room where I paint it has to be neat. I'm not a scatterbrained artist, I believe. There is the proper studio. I paint over there. On the other side there is the apartment where I live. I need this distance, at least the distance of wearing shoes to go to the other building. Already at my primary school I used to listen to a lot of music, and then I became a metal fan. I used to listen to metal music, and I realized that I have this ease to redraw the covers, like Iron Maiden, that was so attractive. Through metal music I started to listen to a lot of this alternative music, and I started reading the books about art. Somehow it was like a click, like a spark. Everything got melted with music, culture, films, history and life in general. And then that was my family life. Became very important and very rich since our son was born. This is one of the family paintings. This is my son popping his head out of the bedding. There is my daughter. I think this is 5 years old painting. That's Anka, my wife. And this is one of the paintings I repainted many times. I paint something that says something that is about my life, and family is about my life. It's a question of also of spending time with somebody that you paint. That painting lets you being slower with that, to wonder and to experience something else. Maybe it's more like the poetry than the prose. When I was a kid, we were always taught that we were the most oppressed nation during the Second World War, that we were the only victims. But Polish people were also on the dark side of a power. So that's how I painted. I started painting this subject of Polish-Jewish relationship. How can I live freely without coping with this for myself as a man? I started using the photographic materials as a source for my paintings. I wanted to be objective, neutral, being just a conveyor, like a transmission belt, to put this image, this source material on the canvas. After a couple of years I coped with that hangover. I could paint freely whatever I wanted, and I even found it entertaining to use this thick paint, to use the colors. So for instance, these are the prints I work with. I hate this notion of artist as a one who's totally exclusive, that lives in his or her own world. I'm not saying that artist has to make political work, but has to have an opinion and has to be active as a citizen. Poland is difficult. Poland is Catholic and nationalistic, and this is what I hate about it. But I hope it will change. I mean, when I'm here, I miss being somewhere else. And this is the permanent feeling I have. And being in between is the perfect state. Yeah, so these are the sketchbooks I use. And these are how I put images from the newspapers. I draw a lot. Usually when I travel, I make many drawings. This is my daughter's drawing. I think this is sort of a lexicon, but it can't change the world. These are two different things. It helps me to understand, to describe the world. I know that this is just an attempt that proves to fail. I have the folder, it's titled "To Work", and there are many images. I never lack the images to paint after. There are so many of them.